Hello everyone, and I welcome you to this energetic update. And the message the guides gave me, all is in flux, and I can totally relate to that. Today I can feel we are again on Monday. It felt so strong with the new moon in Gemini, where it's like, whoa, timelines are just shifting, coalescing. Some go into singularity, some go into a different dimension. And I have the same feeling really intensely today. And the guides are saying this will last all over the weekend. And for some, you are already in the midst of a timeline shift. For some, you're already anchoring something new when you have a dimensional shift. And for the next layer, it's like, oh my God, I'm just moving into this. What's going on? And signs are that time feels really unstable. And you look at the clock, it's like it should be 3 hours earlier or later, or what day of the week is it? And also one major sign for timeline shifts is when you 100% remember, I just did X, Y, Z, you go back and it's like, it's not what I done. Or I remember I was out with a friend and I lost my hairband, and we both looked at it at the car. We went in, had a coffee, we forgotten something in the car, went back out, it wasn't there. And then by the end of it, we went back to the car and it's like, how can it be here? Both of us looked over and over, and then the guides were, that's sometimes what happens. It's like glitches in timeline shifts. I had another one where Minka, my other cat, went under the bed in one of the drawers, and I made sure I looked like the drawer is open, she's in there, it's fine. And when I came home, it was closed. It's like, yeah, another one of those timeline shifts. So if you have experiences like this, then that can point towards a timeline shift. Also, with everything being in flux, it can be that you remember one thing on one timeline and experience it on another. And then it's also that inner feeling of, the guides are saying leaving traces in your memory and in your surroundings. And for me right now, I'm anchoring a dimensional shift. And with that, it's like all the crystal grids on the ground are shifting. The crystal energy is raising. And usually when I had crystals in a grid, I then blend them in different bowls of water. They go outside, they exchange codes, frequencies, and information. And then I reset them in here. So there's a new layer of frequency even shared amongst them. And with that, when we go into either a major timeline shift, meaning I really level up, and the difference between a timeline shift and a dimensional shift, even though they sometimes can feel like they're one and the same, is when you shift dimension, it's really an elevated perception where you feel like, oh wow, what I looked at this scenario like 6 months ago, that was my interpretation. Now with that elevated level of consciousness, I can perceive that very differently, or more lovingly, more kind, with more compassion. And that's really what that is. These dimensional shifts are where we are elevated into long-term higher states of consciousness, where it feels like, oh wow, I now have more flow in my heart. And for me, the big shift is really that the I am presence that, we work towards. The I am presence is our higher self, or you go to the monadic level and it's the highest self. And that frequency, you reach that stage momentarily, and then that is rewriting your cellular information, awakening your DNA, making you more receptive to higher light codes, also helping to restructure your light body. And then comes that time when your higher self and your body structure are so in alignment, and the crystallization of your body is complete, that your higher self is then residing in your heart. And that's over time, I'm not there yet, over time becoming a permanent feature where it's like, whoa. And that's what I call the Buddha, the inner Buddha awareness. And the periods where I'm in that really relaxed are now hours and hours on end. And it's like, oh my God. And in those stages, it's really where there's so much love, compassion, understanding, kindness. And I also understand much higher spiritual concepts in a vastly different way, where it's like, oh, all right. And one of them I really wish to share with you now, and you will be getting more information on Sunday, the 1st of June, about timeline shifts, dimensional shifts. Where you're at in your journey. I can also tune into your personal situation to give you ideas in the group. Where are we at? How do we discern that? And that's in the Q&A part. And one of the points is really where you are so present within yourself that whatever happens, you know, you become that beacon of light. And many of us who are highly empathetic, we feel like, oh my God, I look around me. What if I now go into a higher state of consciousness? Whom am I leaving behind? You know, so I shoot up and they are all in a different frequency. And many of us have chosen prior to say, all right, I shoulder more things on me. I'll take up things that are flying around in the consciousness here. And it's now 5:55. It's like major changes happening. And that is for me definitely a personal major breakthrough. That deep inner awareness is when I rise in higher frequencies. With that, reaching into higher frequencies, clearing soul contracts, clearing ancestral, not only commitments, some of them have long been outdated, but there's a subconscious like, but maybe if I do this, maybe if I shoulder some more, maybe that helps them. And that's also deep subconscious beliefs we have, or entrained in our inner child or inner teenager, where it's like, hey, you're the black sheep in the family, you got to take care of all the issues. And all of us who are star seeds, light workers, wisdom keepers, you name it, you know, many of us have that black sheep scenario. It's like, oh wow, so what am I now responsible for? And some of this can sit deep in our cellular structure now. And in that Buddha consciousness, I can feel it so strongly, and I'm emanating that energy as well. It's like the higher I rise, the more love I have, the more compassion I have, the more brighter my light shines, and the more I can impact. Just radiating that energy, and whoever is in alignment with it, whoever feels drawn to it, it's like, whoo, breath of fresh air. Thanks so much. Your light just sparked something in me. I got more go moment. Let's do this, you know? And that's that feeling of, oh, wow, I can join in. For others, it's like in that energy, when you send it from that place of into all that is, rather than specifically with any intention, oh my God, needs to fix X, Y, Z. It's like, no, it's really offered unconditionally. You know, wherever it needs to go, it's going by divine by divine intelligence. And from that inner heart space to experience this, it's like, oh my God, now all of the other stuff that I've carried so long, consciously or subconsciously, it's now able to fall away. Even long-standing patterns in our ancestral lineage, because at every dimensional shift, may that be from 3D to 4D, from 4 to 5, from 5 to 7, 7 to 9, whatever, we are always invited to take a big inventory. Okay, your soul, your personality is checking through, are we still wanting to work through this? Maybe. Is this still on our radar? You know, because we have committed to either in our personal life, in our community, or say culturally, in our country as well, collective karma, decided, all right, in this dimensional shift, I still work through XYZ, or in this dimensional shift, I work through XYZ, because I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. And I was like, I don't even want to tune in, because I take it all back on board. And then in this Buddha energy, in this deep alignment with the I Am Presence, it's like, no, that's actually not the highest choice available. The highest choice available is really allowing this bliss, this joy, the magnitude, the radiance, the connection with all that is. And it's also, in a way, they're telling me it's almost like when you come from being a child, looking what adults are doing, to becoming the adult, and then feeling, oh, now I can do X, Y, Z. And with that higher frequency and higher radiance, we are then more impactful, but also from a place of loving detachment. I don't need to personally do anything. It's radiating and taken care of by itself and whoever joins in. I hope this makes sense. And I'm really, really grateful for Sunday, because now with Saturn in Aries, it's really supporting that. And that was 1010 then when I talked about that. It's the energy of pioneering. So new ideas or what you've longed for. It's like now you have the energy to say, you know what, I plant my seed into the ground and I let my flowers blossom. May that be a rose, may that be a tree, or whatever is in your heart where you feel like this is what I long to do. And the energy is now for the next 3 years really supporting that. And while we go collectively through timeline shifts over and over, this last huge shift was around the eclipse season. Then we had a minor one in between. Now we are moving towards another huge one. And before we had like a few windows throughout the year, and then some were feeling, yeah, no, I can get in there and I'm doing it. And now we're in 11/11, you know, that awakening gateway. And now we have opportunity after opportunity, huge intense solar activity, so many astrological events where it's like there are portals opened all the time, and it's just a matter of, am I going here, am I going there, or oh, I need a break, you know, I need to decompress, I stabilize where I'm at, I just find my bearings, and then shooms off into the next wave. So it's really that feeling you can't miss out on it. And now with 1144, that means hundreds of angels are supporting you on your path in this new uncharted territory. And with this highly dynamic energy, it's amazing to go into this visioning for the new earth, because you receive downloads of, oh my God, what's written in my heart? What is really in my I am presence, in my higher or highest self that I wish to bring forth? And now with these new tools, these new frequencies available, with the energy of earth rising and rising, oh my God, maybe I feel more inspired to do something more light-hearted or swifter, or oh my God, I carried so much collective stuff. I can let that go. It's transmuted by divine grace. And now I can move forward into something joyous and benevolent. And I've now seen that so many times in the client session, where personality is one thing, the highest self, the I am presence is saying something, and then where's that zone of that sweet point, Ashta is saying. And another last point I would like to make is divine grace, you know, giving ourselves grace in these tumultuous times to say, you know what, this was today my best. This is my 100%. I love and appreciate myself. And when things go wrong, and they do go wrong, and we have scenarios where it's like, oh my God, shaken to the core. And they are also showing us layers where it's like, oh wow, there was something that is so deeply suppressed that is now coming to the surface to be lovingly received and released. And hi, I hear my kitty. So during the light language at 13:33, she's appearing. Maya, she might come in and join. And giving others grace as well. You know, I've been on the receiving end of divine grace, and it's a marvelous benevolent gift, and it's still residing in my heart, where it's like, and now when we are joining together in this higher timeline, in this benevolence, it's like, hey, I see it full on day. I can see what's going on in your life, and that's okay. You know, one apology is enough, and it's okay to have slip-ups or situations like this. You know, we are all human, and with that we really raise the collective energies into new heights, supported by the animal kingdom. Maya, möchtest du hier kommen? Ja, möchtest du mitmachen? Ich mache gerade ein Video. Video mit dabei sein? She's just having a sip to drink in the crystal water. Okay, and I now dedicate this transmission to the highest and greatest good throughout all world, time, spaces, and dimensions. Yeshkata sa na maha miwi kia katana sa niwi ki si ishkata sa na maha niakata sa na maha miwi kiti si na maha niashkata sa na maha iwakata sa na maha iwa kata sa na maha miwi kiti si iskata sa na maha miwa kata sa naha miwi kiti si iskata sa na maha si iskata sa na maha miwi kiti si naha miwa ka ta sa na maha niashka ta sa na maha miwi ki ti si na maha. We are the Venusians, and we wish to support you with our gentle harmonizing energies to help you with the blossoming of your heart, to help you with gently stepping into all the new opportunities, the new ways of being that are opening every day. Sometimes you walk through portals several times a day, and we can guide you together with the golden Lemurian light beings and the white Lemurian light beings, your soul guides that attune you to the highest, purest frequency of your I Am presence with ease. And we also welcome you to step further on this journey with this channel on the 1st of June, on Sunday, where we explore new ways of coming together, of opening our third eyes into a collective field, downloading codes and frequencies from different cosmic stations that are radiating all throughout the universe to have a positive impact for you in your life, in your live stream and community. And we welcome you to an exploration of what does it mean to stand in your heart's truth? What does it mean to be lovingly seen, celebrated, and appreciated as the divine essence that you are? Iyashkiti si ashkata sa na maha miwi kiti si ashkata sa na maha niyuyannaha niyu Wea nana masa miyu wea nana masa aka 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 aka. Blessed it be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you could see the weaving of new patterns in your heart chakra together with the alignment. And I can't wait to see you on Sunday, 1st of June, for the visioning of the new earth, the releasing of all layers that hold you back so you can step into your truest, brightest self. Namaste.